Hey there, viewer! It's impossible these days to open your newsfeed and not see an article about how the environment is collapsing around you. While we're constantly bombarded with info about pollution harming the planet, about 91% of the world's population lives in areas where air pollution is worse than normal. Does it cause heart problems? What about cancer? Can air pollution affect my unborn baby? We're talking all that and more. Number 1. Heart disease. Across the globe, 25% of heart disease deaths are brought on by air pollution. Studies suggest that air pollution in the UK is increasing the amount of heart attacks each year, with an extra 124 cardiac arrests reported from January to December. If you are living in an area with a high amount of air pollution, you are particularly vulnerable. This is especially scary for people already suffering from heart conditions, as well as the elderly. A person with fatty deposits in their arteries could very well have a heart attack triggered by air pollution. But it's not just a heart attack. When exposed to air pollution, the inflammation around the heart can cause cardiovascular issues to occur. This leads to our next point. Number 2. Asthma attacks. Breathing in polluted air puts you at higher risk of asthma. Remember that UK study from a moment ago? Well, that same study tallied 193 extra hospital admissions due to asthma over the course of that year due to air pollutants. This number included both children and adults. So what could these air pollutants be? Well, one of the most common pollutants is ozone. If you live in a crowded city with a lot of cars, you probably recognize this ozone as smog. When you are exposed to ground ozone for more than 7 hours, your lungs will become irritated. This causes you to experience respiratory inflammation, but ozone is not the only pollutant responsible for your asthma attacks. Other particles that linger within the haze can cause serious stress on your lungs. This includes dust and smoke. But a full-on asthma attack isn't the only respiratory issue caused by air pollution. You can also suffer from coughing, wheezing, and shortness of breath, not to mention our next entry. Number 3. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. This disease is said to be the third leading cause of death worldwide, with an estimated 43% of cases caused by air pollution. Also known as COPD. This is a condition in which the lungs become inflamed and narrow, eventually obstructing airflow. Symptoms include mucus, wheezing, and breath difficulty. Due to lack of air, the patient's lungs gradually lose function. So where does air pollution enter the equation? A 2019 study from the UK focused on 300,000 people between the ages of 49 to 60. It showed that long-term COPD was mostly prevalent in areas with high amounts of toxic air. People who lived in highly polluted areas would begin to experience a reduction in lung performance that was similar to 2 years of aging. Number 4. Lung cancer. While smoking is known to be the leading cause, air pollution counts for 29% of all lung cancer deaths. It's already the leading death-related cancer in the United States. The more exposure a person has to the carcinogens in the air, the higher the risk of them developing lung cancer. Outdoor pollution is a massive contributor to this illness. Breathing in particles such as PM10 and PM2.5 are known to be a direct contributor. Researchers have named PM2.5 in particular as the single most important environmental pollutant for illness and death. In populated cities, factors such as vehicle exhaust and coal-fired powered plants contribute to particle pollution. This type of pollution is a mixture between tiny solid and liquid particles in the air. While breathing in various particles can irritate your eyes, nose, and throat, it can also cause lung cancer. Number 5. Stroke. On a global scale, air pollution is said to be responsible for 24% of all strokes, making it a leading stroke factor. Each year, an estimated 15 million people around the world have strokes. This occurs when the brain's blood supply is blocked, resulting in less exposure to oxygen. I'm going to refer back to the British study once more. Much like with asthma and heart disease, UK hospitals saw an increase in stroke victims. Over the course of 1 year, high air pollution levels were responsible for 231 stroke cases. In developing countries, about 30% of stroke-related disabilities are linked to pollution in the atmosphere. Other factors included smoking, low vegetable intake, and high blood pressure. Number 6. Unhealthy infants. One of the most saddest realities of pollution is the toll it takes on young children. Inhaling pollutants is one of the primary contributors to chronic illness among young children. If a pregnant mother inhales toxic particles in the air, she's not the only one at risk. The developing fetus will also be harmed. Beginning in the early 1970s, research has shown a link between air pollution and a newborn baby's low birth weight, lung health, and gestation periods. Since this discovery, studies have demonstrated further evidence that health problems of a grown person can link back to their mother's exposure to toxic particles during pregnancy. While in utero, air pollution can hinder the development of a baby's immune system. This leads to our 7th point on the list. Number 7. Developmental damage. If a baby has already been affected by toxic particles in the womb, they are susceptible to further harm after birth. 93% of children on the planet breathe in some sort of pollutant. This accounts for 1.8 billion kids. It is estimated that in 2016, almost 600,000 passed away from respiratory problems caused by air pollution. While this statistic is horrifying enough, there's an unfortunate reason behind it. Studies have shown that air pollution gets in the way of a child's lung development. Since their lungs do not go through the usual process of building, it poses many health problems for them over the years. Their lungs do not function like normal human beings, but this is not the only development that is hindered. Along with the immune system, a baby's cognitive development can also be harmed in the womb. This carries serious neurological repercussions over the course of their lives, including behavioral disorders and lower cognitive test scores. Did you know that children who go to school in areas with high traffic levels tend to score lower on tests? This is due to the vehicle exhaust they are inhaling. The particles released into the air come in contact with human subjects. If your body is still developing, it can hurt your cerebral cortex. Number 8. Premature death. We've talked about several diseases that are common with air pollution exposure. Truth be told, even if you survive several of the conditions shown on the list, long and short-term exposure to particles can still shorten your lifespan. Air pollution may very well be shaving months to years off of our lives. As a matter of fact, it's been shown worldwide to reduce the average life expectancy by 1 year at least. In Egypt, it is said to reduce your lifespan by 1.9 months. In India, 1.5. In the United States, it is estimated that air pollution reduces your lifespan by about 4 months. Both smoking and alcoholism are known to shorten your lifespan as well. While a person can quit smoking cigarettes and drinking booze, there are a few ways a person can protect themselves from the harmful toxins in the air. If you live in an area with coal-fired power plants, heavy vehicle activity, and dust storms, you are vulnerable to toxins of PM 2.5. Do you often worry about air pollution? Have you experienced any of these symptoms? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you.
Enjoyed this video? Hit like, share, and subscribe to Curiosity. Wait, why not fulfill your curiosity by watching these other awesome videos? Go ahead, choose the left or the right video and enjoy.